Hello and good morning. We are on the 19th hour of our Unstoppable Camaraderie uh, Heroes, Badges, and Warriors fundraiser. Sorry, I've only had 3 hours sleep and it's a little bit rough. I am your live stream host, Dorothy Graham Odell. And my connections with veterans is we had the amazing Greg Bicknell on our show back in January of this year. And since then, our lives have completely changed. Mr. Bicknell shared his heart and his soul on why, when he finally had enough courage to go and ask for help, when he knew he needed it, he was told to make an appointment. So that got to me. And if you were just on Inger's show, I actually bared my soul for the world to see on why people who suffer with suicidal thoughts and actually the act of suicide, why that has affected me and my family so greatly. I shared my uncle's story. And so suicide is final. It's like the end, and there is more. There should never be that should be the solution. We need to do better for our veterans, and that's why we're out here. So this event runs till 6 o'clock tonight. It's bringing awareness of programs that Camaraderie Rescue Mission and other collaborations have made, and in order to give our veterans hope with their PTSD. If you would like to donate, go now to tinyurl.com/hope for veterans and donate, please. Every dollar counts. We have been doing this since 6 o'clock yesterday. If you are one of those people that hates donating online, then please make your check out to Camaraderie Rescue Mission. Send it to Mr. Greg Bicknell at 1532 Coregrass, Lakeland, Florida 33813. We appreciate all your donations. Every dollar counts and changes lives. For anyone who donates in increments of $100, their name will be put into a 6-month Freedom Boat Club membership. This value is over $7,500, folks, and their winner will be drawn when 2,222 tickets are sold. And why, as the board, did we decide 2,022 tickets? Well, at the time that we started with Mr. Bicknell, 22 veterans were dying by suicide per day. We knew that we had to do something. So over these last 24 hours, we will have been streaming live shows going on with supporters and veterans sharing their stories and the organizations that help make a difference in our veterans' lives. Please let us know in the comments where it is that you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Windsor, Ontario. My amazing friend Tim, who is the other brains of this operation, is from Pennsylvania. And why this all got started. Camaraderie Rescue Mission is a veteran organization that was founded by Mr. Greg Bicknell, who is an retired Air Force veteran after serving 29 years. He had a brain surgery that did not go well and resulted in being medically discharged. In his journey, he realized that he needed help after having suicidal ideations, and after getting up the courage to ask for help, he was told to make an appointment. This lit a fire under Mr. Bicknell's bum and was the driving force to start else could endure being put on a waiting list once they decided to reach out for help. TCRMI exists to revitalize, enrich mental, physical, and spiritual emotional health of active military and veterans, first responders, and the communities they serve. Myself and my friend Tim decided to come alongside Camaraderie Rescue Mission due to my love of helping my veteran family, and knowing that 28 veterans a day die by suicide, that something needs to change. Myself, I had Mr. Bicknell on my show at the Unstoppable Overcomers on January 31st, episode number 44. So please go to my YouTube channel, check it out, subscribe, put on the notification so when we go live, you see us. Myself and my business partner, Kimberly Genovese, are on fire to help Camaraderie Rescue Mission grow and help save veterans' lives. So that's why we're here today, to show up, to change lives. Myself and Kimberly also serve on the board of Camaraderie Rescue Mission and are here to make a difference. There are hundreds of veterans and first responders struggling with hope and feeling lost. Each story is different. Each person is impacted in a different way, as we have discussed on Unstoppable Overcomers. Camaraderie Rescue Mission is also hard at work with many programs, including, maybe just coffee and camaraderie is what they need. So right now we are going to bring up Captain Perry and Captain Steve of the Ghost Ships. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
Welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you for having us today.
Absolutely. So, okay, I'm going to bring on the other two in a minute, but I want to focus on you for right now. So tell us what the Ghost Ship really is.
Ghost Ship Warriors is two sailboats. My boat and Captain Steve's boat. They're both 53, 54-foot sailboats. We are in Key West, Florida, and we just take veterans out for a week at a time, get them off the grid, take them out, enjoy life, sailing, let them see there's more to life. And that's, we're kind of new at this and don't know what we're doing, but we seem to have a lot of fun. Everybody really seems to enjoy it. So we take PTSD veterans out and let them know that, life is worth living.
It gives them a chance to really get out there, decompress, and hang with their brothers and sisters that really have gone through a lot of the same experience they have.
Right.
So we find it, it's really helpful for them.
Right. What made you decide to start this?
Well, I don't want to say guilted into it, but I had somebody that just kept trying to talk me into it. And I came up with every excuse. My boat's not nice. It's not finished. It's not fancy. They won't like it. What can I do? And she just wouldn't take no for an answer. And so I gave in, and we had 6 veterans that come down, and they actually come to help me install an engine on the boat. But by the time they got here, I had it done. And we just took them out sailing. We went to the dry Tortugas, just had a blast. And it done those guys so much good that I seen how it, the good that it done. And Jeremy was the guy with the soldier's heart. And I called him up and I said, if doing that and help these guys, we got to do it again. So I volunteered to do some more of those trips. And then Captain Steve seen what we were doing, and he's like, hey, volunteer my boat. We can take twice as many guys out and do that. And that's worked extremely well.
Seeing how much it helped these veterans, for me, it was a no-brainer to jump on board.
Awesome. Now, okay, so I have to ask because, no one wants to be left out. Do you also do trips for civilians too, or is it just strictly veterans?
Strictly veterans. Our boats, as I said, are not fancy. They're not commercial boats, so we don't do, paid charter trips on the boat. We just volunteer our boats and our time and take veterans out and do this. Both of us work. We're both working captains, so we have jobs where we take these boats and sail around in the Florida Keys, fishing boats, sailboats, power yachts, whatever. It's terrible. We have to go out to the reef, go snorkeling, fishing, hit deserted islands. So that's kind of what we do in our real lives. And then we just take veterans and do the same thing and let them enjoy that for a week.
Awesome. Mr. Mark Lee is joining us here, and he says, I need to be out in the water with these guys. And he doesn't even swim. Well, Mark, you're not a veteran, so you can't go.
Yeah, that is one of the requirements for sure.
Yeah, there's one. And you know what? And we thank you guys. And, I'm going to bring on 2 amazing women who were actually on one of your ghost ship experiences. And they're going to, and actually in the green room, Miss Molly had said that we owe whoever guilted you into the steak and lobster dinner. So obviously something it happens out there on the water. So I'm going to bring up Miss Molly and Kimberly. And ladies, welcome to the show.
Molly, hi, Kimberly.
Hello.
Hey,
So ladies, can you tell us your experience?
Kimberly, you go first.
wake up, Kimberly.
You're on mute.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. You're on mute.
You missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was probably great.
It was. This was not my first cup, boys. It was not my first cup.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Nice.
Well, okay, so I'm a little challenged by this conversation, especially since you said, and I get it. Like I really get who I am. So I guess there is for you guys to declare that as much as I'm not a veteran, right? So where would y'all like me to share from?
Well,
Just your
okay,
experience. I mean,
you're vetted. How about that?
Yeah.
Can we just go with that?
Yeah.
She's vetted.
But you know what? I'm the mascot. How about that? Or
no,
what's,
you're in our club now.
what,
You're a
what's,
scallywag.
what I'm a scout. So what's the woman on the front of the boat with the big breasts? Because I got those now, you know,
The mascot.
That's my girlfriend.
for a period. What?
My girlfriend.
Steve Genovese, if you're watching this, please forgive your wife.
He knows how much I love these men. He's good with it. He's very confident in his
Answer.
we're done. We're not going there. Okay. So I will gladly share first. I am honored and privileged to boy, if I start crying, but this is gonna be a day of crying. Ooh, Captain Steve.
Sideways.
What just happened? I had the distinct privilege to participate, and so when I was 4, God put it on my heart to reunite humans and animals and nature, right? And he made that vision very clear. And that vision actually lived in me dealing with all kinds of childhood trauma and like literally life-threatening trauma. And it was a bright light. It was a beacon light to let me know, don't quit. Whatever I do, don't quit. And straight up, the conversation being that when humans fully reconnect with nature and animals, all is well. So no matter what you've been through, all is well. And to really broadcast that to all of the planet and humanity so that we can serve in that capacity and also be nourished in that capacity. Well, that is exactly what Captain Perry and Captain Steve provide. That profound and like almost like not almost the perfect space and time for a full rapture of healing to happen. Oh no, we lost Captain Steve. He'll be back though, right? And so the union between souls, the water, right, and the animals, the dolphins, the sea turtles, you know, all of it, right, is so divine. And Captain Steve and Captain Perry are literally the perfect captains to take that voyage. They're like Sherpas, really, right, on the voyage. And you feel so safe. I mean, we were dealing with what? How big were those waves, Captain Perry?
They were an honest 10 to 12 foot seas out there.
Yeah. 10 to 12. I did throw up only once.
Just once, and you wash it off. So
I did. Yeah. And how many knots were we going?
Top speed we hit was 12 knots under sail.
And that was your record so far, yes?
Yes, that's the record for this boat so far.
Yeah. And I'm telling you guys, I never was scared. It was like literally like we were floating on the water, and because of the captain's love and devotion and skill set and mastery, you literally were lulled into restoration. And that's just what it was like to be on the boat for 6 days. That doesn't even begin to talk about the connecting with all the women and just all the rich, luxurious, in-depth connection that we made. And sometimes we weren't even talking, right? Like it was just who we got to be together in that environment. So I can't even begin to share to the degree that healing can happen in just a short period of time in that kind of environment with these kind of souls. And I would say the driving force, no technology. But we still had cameras, which was awesome.
It was pretty wonderful, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for your service, both to you, Captain Perry and Steve. Mark Lee says, Kimberly Genovese, are you related to the famous Genovese kitty that was from North Carolina?
No comment. No comment.
So yes, guys, we are here, sort of butt in here, but we need to make this announcement that we are here to raise money so that we can collaborate with these amazing people, that organizations that we are bringing on in these 24 hours. So every dollar counts. So we really need you. Right now we're at $650, but we really need to up this. And so there is two ways that we're upping this as the Board of Camaraderie Rescue Mission. Every $100 donated, your name is going to go into a draw for a 6-month Freedom Boat Club membership. If you donate $1,000, that's 10 tickets. So, and it's a $7,500 value, folks, like seriously. So not only is it a tax write-off, you get to help veterans, you get to save lives, and you get to be out on the boat in the seas like Captain Perry and Captain Steve here. Like, why not? So go to tinyurl.com/hope4vets, as well as the amazing Mark Lee from North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, has put a plea out. Anybody who donates a one-time donation of $500, he will produce a veterans show on Pod TV. And that also, he will produce it and put it out there for you as well. Philip Jones has stepped up, and then for an additional $150, he will do the graphics and video. So for $650, guys, you have your entire show. Like, why wouldn't you not do that?
Well,
so,
and 6 raffle tickets.
And 6 raffle tickets. Exactly. So, but when you make your donation, put, I want Mark Lee's deal, or something along those lines, so that we know, so we can connect you with Mark Lee. And so, yes, every dollar helps. And, it's much needed. And I shared the last hour as somebody who has lost a family member to suicide, what it does to you. Like, it completely devastates you. Not to mention the fact that that person thought that life was so hopeless that they ended it. Suicide is final. If they could have just reached out for help, there should, anyways, people are in different places. And I just want to say that if you are right now in that place and you are in a dark place, message me right now. And, I'll get off and we'll get you the help that you need. I'll get off the airways right now, put Kimberly in place, and we'll get you the help that you need. How's that? So if you're in that place, please reach out to me right now. There's another comment here. Where are you all tuning from around the world? Inger, thank you so much for joining us. So many amazing comments here. Okay, so back to you. All right, I want to hear from Molly, because Molly is just there and she's so shy, but I know that had an amazing time.
We've seen
Shy until you get to know me, and then you're like, oh my God.
She's very polite, but she's not shy.
You got me pegged, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's part of the 4 horsewomen. So, I mean, seriously, this woman's not shy.
4 here.
Yeah.
Got our sassy little redhead up there.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to be sponsored actually by TCRMI before I even really knew what it was. Dr. Royster, who is one of my friends, had said, hey, do you want to go sailing on a trip for veterans? And I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing. Like I had never sailed before. So I was like, ooh, cool. And it was also going to be with other lady veterans, which is always an interesting time, because we all have such similar but very different experiences. And we also have a lot of the same challenges that we deal with in the military. So I was looking forward to meeting them. What's really cool about Ghost Ship Warriors is it takes veterans from all over who've never met each other before. You stick them on a boat together with the awesome Captain Perry and Captain Steve. And there's never a dull moment, even though it's peaceful. That's one of the greatest things. When I was out there that first day, let's see, we had a fairly large storm roll through like the night before everyone got there, before we were going to head out, which is why one reason we had all of, those high waves. But once we started getting underway and we were heading out to the dry Tortugas, I could not stop yawning. And Kimberly was laughing at me like the whole time because I'm, behind the captain's wheel trying to dodge lobster traps in 8 to 10 foot swells. And I'm like yawning. And that was just my body's way of like detoxing all of the stress, detoxing all of like the things that I didn't even know were weighing me down. And so after that first day, like it was just like, you were just at peace. You could just enjoy. Every morning you would wake up, you'd hear the little slaps of water against the boat. Like at night, you're rocked to sleep on the waves, which was amazing. I can see why you guys want to sleep out there all the time. And you wake up to the most beautiful sunrises, which you can't beat anywhere because it's all around you. The entire atmosphere just like glows, and you sit there quietly with your cup of coffee and you just enjoy the company and enjoy what you get to experience and see at that moment. So yeah.
Love it. So would you say that experience completely changed who you were in that moment?
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of times, especially military high functioning people, we go. And because we're so used to operating at that level all the time, you don't know that you're exhausted because that's just who you are all the time. And so when you have a chance to completely like disconnect from internet, from phone, from, your life, everything that just kind of like is your responsibility, and you're able to just be and relax and like kind of reflect and introspect, it does change you. And you really, really learn what is important, what is just kind of crap that you have to deal with, but it's not really important. And so thank you, Captain Perry and Captain Steve, for giving us that opportunity. And for all of the veterans that you've taken out, there is no doubt that every single one of them has been changed because of that experience.
I just have to say, I really get why I'm so close to my veteran family. High functioning. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Okay. You just like, that's why I get along with y'all. You're on mute, dear.
Is she on mute again?
Yeah, I can't help it. You don't know you're tired. Like the classic, you don't know how exhausted you are until you realize how rested you are. Until
you have a chance to rest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Interesting. So yeah, kudos to you, Captain. Captain Perry. Sorry, I'm looking at the names.
Right.
Oh my God! Please forgive me. They're never going to want me to do another one of these things again. But from what I hear, like I'm really jealous that a civilian can't go. Like seriously.
Well, these girls, and not only her, but Stephanie from Oklahoma, she slept an amazing amount too. And when they were awake, they did enjoy it. But there's just something about the boat just rocking out here, the peacefulness of it. It's usually a breeze blowing, so it's not too hot. And, it's some of the best sleep you'll ever get in your entire life. Every morning I had to come up and wake Kimberly up and go, "You're in my spot." And get her to move so I could sit down and have coffee. But I think by the end of the week, that became her spot.
But he always traded your spot with a cup of coffee. So, I think that's why she did it. She was like, ooh, if I stay here, he'll bring me coffee in the morning.
Oh yeah, my partner's not stupid. And I specifically like that visual of you puking and then going like this and like moving on. Get it done with.
It was exactly
she
like
slept
that. I
outside the
attest.
cockpit.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
But I do that every day.
She would sleep outside in the cockpit. The only way I could get her out of my spot was to bring some coffee up for her, but then I had to set it on the other side, so she had to go over there and get it, and I could
You had
sit
to get
down
up
in
and
my
go get
seat.
it.
And some days I did, and some days I didn't.
I know. By the end of the week, I just gave her coffee and let her sit there.
But that shows how kind of gentleman you are that you would do that. Like, seriously. So any female veteran that's like, well, I don't know if I want to be on a ship with a guy, like Captain Perry is like the man to do that with, because it's, by the sounds of it, like these are female veterans out there with Captain Perry and Captain Steve, and feel comfortable. And not only that, I'm up for the 7 to 10 days with no phone, no anything, out in the middle of nowhere, enjoying the water. Water is my life. Like, God first, my husband second, and the water's third, I swear. Well, my family / husband, yes, my entire family. I'm not going to throw them all under the bus, but water is, to me, is life. And so I feel you. Like, I really want to be there right now. Like, my entire body is just like, let me be there. The keys, out and about somewhere. So yeah, that is awesome. And I'm rambling. So anything else? Okay. Any questions for Captain Perry and Cap? Okay. So is there a way that people can donate so that we could have more veterans out on your boat?
Absolutely. I mean, you can donate straight through y'all, straight through any of the veterans group we work with, the Soldiers Heart, Operation Odyssey Outdoors, Camaraderie Rescue Mission, Hero Hunt, a few of those, some of the names escape me right now. You can donate straight to them and earmark that it needs to come to us to help take more veterans out, or you can donate straight to us. If you go to our website, Ghost Ship Warriors is the website. There's a link on there for our Patreon page. And what we're trying to do, I'm not an expert at this fundraising, but I'm thinking small donations from a lot of people would be the best way for us, because we never want it to end up where somebody controls what we do and says we want it done this way or that way. And we've had 1 or 2 people that wanted to donate some money that we have turned down because they said, here's our dollar, here's what we want you to do. Like, no, you don't understand what we're doing. What we're doing seems to work really well, and we want to continue doing that. So we have a Patreon page set up with different levels. Maybe you can't afford a lot. Maybe there's someone that can afford a lot. They can go on there and they can set up a monthly donation, $10, or I think we may even have a spot on there for less than that if that doesn't fit. And by doing that, as this thing grows and grows, I know the veteran community is huge. So with a lot of people giving just a little bit, that will let us do one of these trips more often. I don't know if how much y'all covered, but Steve and I are doing this out of our pocket. Yes, we've got a few donations here and there. Every now and then somebody steps up and says, here's something for it. But for the most part, we do this out of our own pocket. And so we're able to do a trip approximately every 3 months. So what we'd like to do is get that set up where we can do this at least once a month, possibly twice a month as that goes on and on. And what our intent is, as the donations increase and it gets where instead of every 90 days, we can do one every 60, and then maybe, as the money comes in, we keep doing another trip. Normally these are guy trips. That's kind of what it started out. And we had so many females that are like, when are you doing a ladies trip? When are you doing a ladies trip? And honestly, Steve and I were nervous about that. You mentioned a thing about the girls being on the boat for this many days with guys and us having girls on the boat. Obviously, girls are different. They're a lot prettier for sure.
We cook better too.
Yeah, some of the feedback that we got prior to the trip and from some of the other people that donate, like, oh, you've made a mistake, But I have to say this. From now on, the ladies' trips, you can thank these 2 ladies right here. They're phenomenal.
Oh, and they are amazing ladies, and I'm truly blessed to be friends with both of them. I have to say they're truly amazing women. And having been out on your ghost ship experience, I can tell the change in, well, more so, I've known Kimberly longer. I'm just starting to know Molly now, and I know the difference in the relaxation with Kimberly being out there has, I can see the transformation. And Molly herself said, whoever guilted you into doing this experience, they owe a steak and lobster dinner. So that's saying something right there, right? So never sell yourself short. And we appreciate you doing these ghost ship experiences and making a difference in veterans' lives for sure. Yes, awesome. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, we are in the 19th hour of our Unstoppable Camaraderie 24-hour fundraiser for heroes, badges, and warriors. Please, if you can, donate to tinyurl.com/hope-for-vets. As well, anytime you donate $100, each increment of $100, your name will go into the raffle for the 6-month Freedom Boat Club membership. So if you donate $1,000, that's 10 tickets. Just simply go to tinyurl.com/hope-for-vets. As well as the amazing Mark Lee has put out a plea there too. Mark is a 30-year executive producer. He now is the executive producer for Pod TV. And he's saying anybody who donates a one-time donation of $500 or more, he will produce a veteran show for you. And you just have to basically show up, as well as Phil has added to that saying, hey, I'll go one better, you do $650 and he'll throw in the graphics. So guys, that's huge. All you have to do is just go to tinyurl.com/hope-for-vets. And like we said, every dollar counts, because what this money goes to is programs so that we can send more people on the ghost ship experience, right? So we could do so many amazing things. And we just didn't do this just to come out here and talk about camaraderie rescue mission. That's why we've partnered with people like the Ghost Ship Experience or Unit or any of the following 18 hours that we had. Last night we had, if you tuned in at midnight, you really had a treat, because Kimberly and I were at our finest peaking hour. We had anyways, go back and watch it because you'll laugh your ass off. We had the amazing Norm Bissell, who is actually stationed out in Africa. Or was that 1 o'clock? Maybe that was 1 o'clock.
That was 2 o'clock. It was supposed to be an hour. I ended up going 2 hours. So 2 to 4.
Right. 2 to 4. That was an amazing hour with his. You got to go check out that man's cup. That man's cup is life. At first, I was like, what the hell is that? But you really got to go check that out. As well, we had Janet Wiswati, who is an author, but I guess she is going to be writing Greg's book. So stay tuned for that. We've had, who else have we had on here? Let me check my list. Sorry, guys. The brain is fuzzy this morning. We had Dean from Authentically American. We had Jonathan Gahuli from Blue Guardian Network. I missed that hour. I got 3 hours of sleep, and he was in that. That man is freaking phenomenal. If you are a first responder or a retired first responder, you really need to connect with Jonathan Gahuli. That man's organization is just on fire. And he truly knows that, sometimes a police officer needs to speak with other police officers, where a veteran needs to speak with veterans. And he understands, you can't, as a police officer, you really can't share secrets with a veteran. It's just how the way it is. But it doesn't matter. We're here for all veterans, heroes, warriors, badge, whoever wears a badge. As well, we also had, who else do we have?
Dr. J and Dr. Joe.
Yes, Dr. J. I missed that hour too. I'm sure that was hilarious. I missed that one. Amazing people dealing with traumatic brain injuries. If any of our veterans are really struggling with their PTSD, Dr. J does an amazing trip protocol that can completely annihilate your traumas. or the effects of the trauma. Sorry. So definitely connect with Dr. J and Dr. Dottore. Not only has his book out, Secrets in Depth, you got to get your copy on Barnes and Noble or Amazon, but also he has a undersea therapy.
Undersea Oxygen Clinic.
Thank you.
Mhm.
As well. We had Hoops for Happiness in here. We had Pete Blum with Veterans of Worship. You got to check that man out. And of course, the amazing Ghost Ship experience here with Captain Perry and Captain Steve. Wow. And we still have more. We still have more to come. So we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Oh my Lord. We are not done yet. Oh, and Angels 14. We had Angels 14 on. So if there is any veteran or ally out there that Friday noon, they have a call. I guess I call it a call, but where we just get together. We get together for camaraderie, whether you're actively serving, whether you're a veteran, or whether you're an ally, because I join those calls most Fridays. You're welcome. You know, they make you feel welcome. You're part of the family. You can show up as you are. If you're having a rough day, take yourself off camera. But we're there for you. 100% there for you. We share through the thick and thin. Actually, as a civilian, I've even shared on there. Like there has been some days that I was completely wrecked on that call, and they just were there to listen, to support, and sustain, and give encouragement. And it's just, you know, part of the experience that they offer. Thank you. Undersea Oxygen Clinic in Tampa, Florida, with Dr. Dottore. Thank you. So, I mean, if that's something that you need, is just camaraderie too on a Friday afternoon, connect with Jeffrey Knight over at Angels 14, or connect with me and I'll connect you too. That I would be more than happy to do that as well. Oh, the amazing yoga master, Carrie Stewart. How can you forget Carrie Stewart? Oh, amazing. That guy is, wow. He's one of my favorite guys. As well. I mean, they're all my favorite. What am I saying?
They line up like this with you, Dorothy.
They do.
Not like this. Like this.
Right. Exactly. I call them my brothers and sisters.
Like we have so many awesome veterans organizations. It's not one over the other. It's whatever organization speaks to that person to provide that community. And that's actually, you know, what Camaraderie Rescue is all about. It's plugging veterans into that community, whether it's, you know, sailing with Captain Perry, Captain Steve, or it's horses with, you know, Ryan Anderson, extreme horsemanship. It's whatever speaks to that particular individual. There's a community out there and we want to connect them with it.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
when you participate in those activities, it's not just a one and done. Kimberly, you and I have both, like, and Captain Perry and Captain Steve, thank you so much, because you took a hodgepodge group of women from all over the states, and we're still really close. We'll text each other. We've gotten letters from each other. Like if we're in each other's neck of the woods, we try to stop by. Like it's
amazing.
I'm just wondering if Captain Perry has the video.
Oh God.
Which
I know
one?
what you're talking about. You're talking about the Pirate Booty?
The song, the pirate one.
I do.
I think this would be a perfect time to play the pirate video.
How do I do
Oh
that?
God.
Is it on your computer?
It's actually on YouTube. It's on my computer, but I don't have it turned on.
What's your YouTube channel?
Get Dorothy the YouTube link.
The YouTube channel is Ghost Ship Warriors.
Hold on, let me say, okay, give me a minute. Kimberly, you continue to talk and I'll try and get it up.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be perfect. But it really speaks to what Molly was pointing to is, you know, one of the two things I don't want to step over. And part of what has Molly, myself, and Dorothy so passionately involved is that is what Greg started, right? Was the vetting process, because there's so many organizations out there, right? And he's done such a phenomenal job of locating, organizations that have heart and soul and substance, and they're the real deal, like Captain Perry and Captain Steve. And what he's profoundly committed to is the camaraderie part of it, right? Like bringing camaraderie into, coming back from being deployed, right? And having that exist. And so that's something that Captain Steve and Captain Perry are so eloquent at creating, is that the camaraderie that is between the women that were on the trip. It's there. That bond is there. It's not going anywhere. And we all know that we would drop anything for each other at a moment's notice. And it all happened on their ships.
Yeah. Dorothy, I just emailed you the link to that video they're talking about.
Okay.
It's just a 2-minute clip of all these girls having a blast on the trip. Now, I've got several hours of video that I'm not sure how to put together, but there's some really cool video of them finding a geocache.
That was fun.
They were on the beach having a cookout and a bonfire on a deserted island, and somebody, I can't remember who it was, that said, "We need rum."
We found it in the geocache.
That's right. Well, we did.
Where it was.
That was like the only alcohol involved, pretty much, was like finding a geocache full of liquor.
And then somebody said, "Let's go back and get more," because they took a sip and put it back in. A really cool note that Molly wrote and read, and I do have the video of that.
Oh, cool.
One day I've got to put that video out one day, and it's just super. But I don't know if it gets any better than these girls getting there on a deserted island, having a bonfire at sunset, and we grilled out steaks and baked potatoes, and then they just played in the dark and splashed in the water until we were all tired and loaded up and went back to the boats. That was a phenomenal night. We have not been able to recreate that with any other trip, and I don't believe we ever will. I mean, that was just amazing that all that came about.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay, I
phenomenal.
think I have it. 1 second here.
All right. Now, got to give you a little background on this, right? So Captain Perry had a playlist on the trip. And so you just got to get that none of us knew this song before this trip.
All right, ready?
Oh, there it is.
I am a pirate, I got the beauty. Come a little closer, cause you're a cutie. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. You wanna get some?
Sailing across the 7 seas, trying to find the gold or an island breeze. If you've got the map, then I've got the keys, and I wanna know who you are. You see, I've been out to sea for a few weeks, and you a sight for sore eyes like these. But you ain't gonna hear a pirate plead. You ain't the only one in this bar. Yeah, I'm a pirate, cause I got the booty. Come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. You see the violence on the sea made me tumble. I can handle long voyages. I like a rough, the motion in the ocean and the size of the wave. It all matters at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm a pirate, cause I got the booty. Come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. I wanna get that sweat dripping, dance floor drifting, sway until I'm making you a little seasick, and the ship is rocking, and the boots be knocking, and I'm dropping like it's hot up in here, and I'm a pioneer, so let me show you. We can hit the deck on the plank or in the ocean, cause I got the goods, and I wanna get to know you, and I got some buried treasure, let me show you. Yeah, I'm a pirate, cause I got the booty. Come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yeah, I'm a pirate, cause I got the booty. Come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yeah, I'm a pirate, cause I got the booty. Come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yeah, I'm a pirate, cause I got the booty. Come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle
Our Patty.
You want to get some?
Oh,
Every time I look back through my
1,
photos,
2,
I just
3.
get this goofy face, like we had so much fun. Yeah.
oh my God. I need to be on that experience. Vet me. Somebody vet me. Seriously.
I think
That
that
was
video
so
says
much
it all.
You should make your guys do that video too. Let's see how
Yeah.
they pull it off.
Yeah.
Well, I just put one out with them a couple of weeks ago. They didn't do a video that good. They done a sea shanty this last trip that we were on. We went to Mexico. One of the guys actually wrote a sea shanty, and they all got together and performed that. It's on that same YouTube channel you were just on. By the way, Dorothy, click that subscribe button while you're there. We're trying to get 1 million subscribers, and I think we're at 82 right now, so we've got a long way to go.
Yeah, you're 82. You're 82 closer.
Hey guys, I'm gonna play. Hold on. I'm sorry. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a couple minutes here and play the guys one.
Yes.
Because I think it's
Please.
important that the males see this too.
Yes.
So one moment.
absolutely.
And keep in mind, the guy actually wrote this on the boat on the way to Mexico, and then they kind of worked it out and filmed it.
So this is an original.
This is original, yeah.
Nice.
Here, it
Original
actually-
song. Okay.
Let's see.
Do like the sailors. of
That's
old,
not it right there.
to set self.
That's not it. There's one that says
We would
sea
rate
shanty.
me.
Hold on. Stop sharing.
Click on the channel and go down. I can send you the link to it if you would prefer.
Well, which one is okay.
Let me get back.
There's a
there.
couple here. Is it Scallywag and Sales?
Ghost Ship
Scallywag?
Sea Shanty.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this.
It's not as good as y'all's.
Oh, come on. It's unique.
It is. I'll start it from the front.
Enjoy their stay and the captain.
Oh.
Days with no sight of ground, the waves were penny and the fish abound. Then we caught some tuna too, brightening up the moon. Oh, when the ice ran out, they did cuss and they did shout. Sun glistened and smoke drowned out, and captain taking all the pound. 4 days back on land, lots of beer and lots of sand. The king shots and tacos too, scallywags drank their food. Right across the sea in the boat, saw a capsule with the boat. Rain burns distance too, like the food was scallywag food. That's what forged this scallywag crew.
I actually missed a word entirely, and the timing was off.
So this is the kind of fun that we have. Like, this is good old fashioned, like innocent fun. I get to be silly.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny. One of the things we were talking about in the early morning hours was the conversation around laughter therapy.
Oh,
right? And like that internal guttural laughter and how healing that is. And that's a big part of what Captain Perry and Captain Steve provide.
So much of that went on. Especially when Captain Steve's ladies sailed past.
Oh, yes.
Do you want the secret? Do you want the secret that I shouldn't even tell, that nobody even caught in that video that you just watched?
Oh,
What's the secret?
The guys one or the girls one?
We're gonna have to go back and like take another look.
The girls one. There was a very short clip of that in there.
Oh, gee
And I
whiz.
put it in to see if anybody would notice. And nobody.
We're gonna go
noticed.
back now.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
you
gonna
want me to
find
play
it. You know, you just put that in for Molly and I because now we have to find it. It's like finding Waldo.
Hold on.
Call the vedettes, have them all watch it.
That's right. We'll find
out where
it.
it's at.
We'll find
Let's play it again.
Okay.
We're gonna play it again.
Oh God.
I'm watching, Molly. Let's call it out. Frame 22.
I don't remember the minute that it's at. Hit the enlarge button on the bottom right on it when it comes on.
Or an island breeze. If you've got the map, then I've got the keys, and I want to know who you are. You see, I've been out to sea for a few weeks, and you assigned for sore eyes like these. But you ain't gonna hear a pirate plead. You ain't the only one in this fire.
Coming up, not that one.
Cause I got the booty, come a little closer, cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. You see the violence on the sea made me tough. Well, I can handle long voyages. I like a rough, the motion in the ocean and the size of the wave. It all matters at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm a pirate cause I got the booty. Come a little closer cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. I wanna get that sweat dripping, dance floor dripping, sway until I'm making you a little seasick, and the ship is rocking, and the boots be knocking, and I'm dropping like it's hot up in here, and I'm a pioneer, so let me show you. We can hit the deck on the plank or in the ocean, cause I got the goods, and I wanna get to know you, and I got some buried treasure, let me show you. Yeah, I'm a pirate cause I got the booty. Come a little closer cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yeah, I'm a pirate cause I got the booty. Come a little closer cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yeah, I'm a pirate cause I got the booty. Come a little closer cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yeah, I'm a pirate cause I got the booty. Come a little closer cause you is a cutie. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some. Yo ho ho, I got a bottle of rum, and you wanna get some.
Hey, you witches, get up there and pull that anchor! We got some bludgeoning to do! Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum, you wanna get some?
We had way too much fun on that trip. So if you're a
Come on,
veteran
girls,
and
let's
you
do
want to,
it.
have a lot of fun,
Or get some.
contact us, let us know, and we'll get you in touch with Count Perry.
You get to have both.
I didn't hear that.
You don't want
I
to
didn't
hear
hear
it.
that.
I was singing the song, or you want to get some.
Hey, we've got the
Anyways.
sails ready to go up. We've got wind today. Y'all get on down here. Let's go sailing.
Oh, you're only 6 hours away. I could be there by 7. Do a
good.
sunset cruise.
You better hurry if you're going to do a sunset cruise then.
And folks, that's why we need you to go right now to tinyurl.com/hopeforvets. Donate right now, because that way all our female veterans, male too, can go on these ghost ship experiences, have the fun, the carefreeness, getting back to, hope. And that's what we're here for. We're giving hope back to our veterans. Every dollar counts. So please go to tinyurl.com/hopeforvets and make your donation today. If, online doesn't float your boat, then write a check out to Camaraderie Rescue Mission. Mail it into Greg at 1532 Congress Way, Lakeland, Florida. As well, there is 2 other ways that you can donate. Whenever you donate $100, your name goes into a 6-month Freedom Boat Club membership. So if you donate $1,000, that's 10 tickets. Guys, you're out on the water with your friends, your family. It's a write-off. If you own a business, then you just really need to, donate. Go to tinyurl.com/hopeforvets. It's a tax write-off. You get to bring your clients out on the water. You get to bring your family out on the water. It's a no-brainer if you love being out in the water. As well, Mark Lee put out a plea. Anybody who does a one-time donation of $500, he is an executive producer. He has over 30 years experience between radio and TV. He's going to put a veteran show together for you, produce it. That's not all. Philip has said, you know what, I'm going to up the ante for an extra $150. Philip is going to do a video do the video and the graphics for you. If you didn't see Philip's video on Inger's Hour, you need to go back there and watch that, because that video was freaking phenomenal. And these guys are out here, not only were they our hosts for the hour, but they're out here supporting this entire, they've been up almost the entire 24 hours like we have been, just putting their heart and soul into this fundraiser. I'm not sure if Captain Steve's coming back, but just putting everybody has put their heart and soul into this fundraiser. So we really need your help, because we really need to help fund these programs. And you heard from Molly and Kimberly today just how vital and important that time out at sea was. I mean, seriously, go subscribe to Captain Perry's YouTube channel, Go Ship Warriors. I mean, just those 2 videos alone were amazing, and makes me want to be there.
Well, and Dorothy, all fun and laughter aside, I mean, these veterans, literally, their testimonials were that they hadn't slept that well, Molly, in years.
Mhm.
Literally. I mean, it is absolutely, every sense. What's super cool is it's every sense restitution, right? So whether it's the sight, smell, touch, feel, every cell, every core of your being is poured into, either by the sun, the water, the animals, and mostly Captain Perry and Captain Steve for their undying contribution and their endless love. So it is a thing. Like, yes, it's fun. And it is the therapy of all therapies. When those things come together, magic happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we just want to do it more often. And that's the thing. We don't feel like we're doing anything special, but the results show that we are. So if that's all it takes for us to do something like this, count me in. And every one of the ones that we bring on these trips are so phenomenal that when we get ready to do another one, I want to have those people back, but then we meet more that are phenomenal. So
We still have to plan a reunion trip.
Yeah.
Yes. Have I let you? Yeah, I think I did tell you the secret for the reunion, but that's once we get 100 veterans that we have taken out, we've got something special in the works that we're kind of planning for a big reunion trip on that. And I think right now we're at 30. So we've got a long way to go, but we can make it happen. So.
Well, there's not a lack of vets out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's a lot more than 70 that could really use that therapy. So really, guys, make the donations so we can make the difference.
Absolutely. And don't forget to make your donation. Go to tinyurl.com/hope4vets to make your donation today, right now, so you don't forget, because I know life is busy. Kids are running around. I get it. I haven't been able to see my kid or my husband in 24 hours, but that's okay. They know what this is for. And that's why they said, even on our Canadian Thanksgiving, that they were willing to allow me to put this 24 hours up so that I could do this. They know what it means to me to help our veterans get the help that they need. So can you please, donation is too small. If you all just donate $1 each, 1 million people donate $1 each. Could you imagine the impact that would do? $1, 1 million people, the impact that we could make at TCRMI. Could you imagine? Like, seriously, $1, 1 million people.
I think that's going to be our thing. 1 million. The difference it can make. The difference it can make.
$1 million.
Right. Or if you want to get in on the Freedom Boat Club thing, get 10 friends to donate $10. You put it all under one name.
Yep.
Boom. There
and
you go.
Y'all get to go out.
Y'all get to go out. You share it.
Yeah.
So with that, guys, we got to wrap up, because our next hour is with Jonathan Sessions and Mr. Bicknell. So I got to scoot out of here. Get on the next, because I'm the next hostess for that too. So come back to my channel. I'll be right back. I like that. Anyways, yes, I'm tired. All right, I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you so much, Captain Perry, Captain Steve.
Good seeing
Much
you.
love to you.
Steve.
Love you.
All right.
Love you, girls.